What's up, guys and gals? DJ Maniac Mike back at you with yet another tobacco review, and today I'll be discussing another one of those rare tobaccos as far as the states go. I recently did a review for another tobacco called the RAS Evening Reward Blend, and that was provided by the same guy that provided this stuff. This stuff is known as Hills Brothers Treasure Jurak, and I've had this stuff for a while. Again, like I say, I got it from one of the members at hookahpro.com, Hajo. He does a lot of traveling, and during his travels he comes across some really fine tobaccos, and he makes it possible for others to try this stuff out. And so that was the deal with this stuff. You can't get it at any vendor online or anywhere in the States. This was actually made in Golan or Iran, somewhere. I'm not really sure. I can't remember. A while back I did do a review on the unpackaging. It just comes in a a single padded envelope and a little note, I think, which will tell me where it was made, because I want to say Golan, but I'm not sure. It says Northern Iran here, so Northern Iran is where this is made, in the hills. He went over the procedures of making this stuff, and kind of told us his thoughts on how to smoke it and enjoy it the most. So with that, again, the Hills Brothers Treasure Jurak. If you saw the RAS review, there's a lot of similarities, I think, with this and the RAS. But one thing, I think the cut is a little bit different. I think this is a little bit smaller of a cut than the RAS. Still very wet, and just a very dark tobacco, very natural tobacco. So hopefully, not the best of cameras, but hopefully you can see a little bit there in the bag. This stuff is very, very high when it comes to the nicotine level. I believe it's a lot higher than the RAS. So it's well advised that if you don't like to get a buzz from smoking hookah, then this is probably not for you. It's recommended, obviously, to smoke it slowly. The texture of it is very dense, very complex. So in order to really enjoy those flavors, and really to not knock yourself out by smoking it, you don't want to hover it. You want to smoke it slowly and take the time to enjoy it. So with that setup, again, like the RAS, Hajo recommends, his favorite is a super cheap bowl, but you can use a funnel, vortex, pretty much have the same results. I recently have been using my Crown Hookah's micro funnel, so that's what I'm going with this. 2 rosin coals, single layer of heavy duty Reynolds wrap, and my KM Kamanja with my KM hose. Using the wind cover, it does take a little while to get it going, and rather than starting up 3 coals for it and overdoing it, I find it's best to use the 2 coals and the wind cover with the micro funnel. Been going about 20 minutes now. Kind of see what we got for you. This stuff it doesn't really produce heavy clouds. It's more like a kind of a desimer. It's all about the flavor. So don't be surprised if it's not very thick clouds. I am getting decent ones, but I'll show you anyway. So again, not very heavy clouds, but enough to be satisfied with. The taste of it, I really didn't tell you as far as the smell of it. I just kind of told you about the cut. The smell of it, it was a very earthy tobacco, just like the RS. The main difference I get from this though is that this one does not have such a heavy smell as like the smoky smell like the RS. I know, remember the RS kind of had a liquid smoke smell to it as well as the natural tobacco. This is just a very earthy natural tobacco smell that I get out of it. Nothing really that I can say. I can't really depict all the spices in there, but it's definitely a spice kind of tobacco, very natural tobacco, and you can obviously tell that is very, very earthy. And that is exactly what you get from the taste of it. It tastes exactly like it smells. It's very earthy tobacco, very straightforward tobacco. Doesn't have much of a flavor other than a natural tobacco taste, and I like that. You do have some spices in there, but again, I really can't tell what all those are. Many cultures use different types of spices in their producing of their tobaccos, so really kind of hard to tell what's in this. Not a lot of info was really given, other than that it's amazing, and I would have to agree that it is amazing. If you're into traditional tobaccos, into black tobaccos, spiced tobaccos, things of that nature, I would highly recommend this. Of course, now you cannot get it, so hopefully, if it ever comes around again, maybe you can get it. I actually do have a little bit extra that I received through a trade kind of a deal. But yeah, I don't have a whole lot left of this, so I wanted to get a review out there to you guys before it was all gone, and hopefully I told you a little bit about it, so and you got enough info. Again, it does produce a nice buzz. Smoke it slowly. Don't hoover it, you know. Take the time to enjoy it. The texture of this stuff, you know, obviously if the clouds aren't there, the texture of it is still very dense and still complex. That with the smoke that you are getting, it does allow you to taste all the different ingredients in this blend. So highly recommended. It's a very nice blend, definitely up my alley. Special thanks to Hajo for making this happen. And as far as rating goes, you know, normally when it comes to my ratings, I don't give points for buzz because I really don't care one way or the other, just depending on the mood, I guess. But I like to look at the flavor, when I buy it, and what I recommend it, and if it holds true to its name. Although, you know that I don't really know what to expect from the name of Hills Brothers Treasure Jurak. You don't get much of a flavor name out of that. But as far as the smell and the taste, tastes just like it smells, so it's very accurate in that department. Highly recommend it, and if I had the chance, I would buy it again anytime, any day of the week. So 10 for 10 for the Hills Brothers Treasure Jurak. Special thanks to Hajo for making it happen again. And again, folks, DJ Maniac Mike signing out. Until next time, smoke on. See ya.